Alrighty, we're ready to show you how to fill out your overload for the first semester. If you are an elementary teacher, we're going to start with you. So the first thing you're going to do, elementary, secondary, specialist, it doesn't matter. You're going to go to bit.ly/CEA overload, and you're going to hit enter. It's going to bring you probably to this page, and then you're going to continue to your destination. You're going to complete the first part. So it is asking for your email. You are going to use your work email. It's very important that you do it correctly because it's going to send you an email when this is done. I'm not a kinder teacher, but I am going to choose kinder. I'm going to choose elementary as my grade band, K5. My building, let's choose Grass Valley since I was there last year, and I'm choosing semester 1, October, November, December, and January. Then I'm going to choose my secretary. It's very important that you choose your secretary correctly. I'm choosing Megan because I don't really want this to go to the secretary since it's a sample. So from here, we're going to go next, and it's going to ask me some next questions. It gives me my base load numbers. So as a kindergarten teacher, 21 is my base load. So in October, let's say I had 22. And then for fun, let's say I now have 23. And now in December, I have 24. And now in January, I have 25. Only because I want you to see how it calculates at the end. So, we're done. That's pretty easy. Now, I'm going to go back and do it again. This time, I'm going to be a music teacher. So as an elementary music specialist, I'm going to click on Elementary Specialist. I'm going to choose my building. I'm going to go back to Grass Valley again. I'm going to select my semester. I'm going to select my secretary's email. I'm going to click Next. I clicked on the wrong semester. So if you notice, while I'm in here, my email just came through that my first one was done. I clicked on semester 1, which is for elementary teachers. I needed to click on specialist semester 1. That's where I messed up. So I'm going to click on specialist semester 1. Now I'm going to go next. This one is a little different. So if you're an overload based on the number of sections you taught in semester 1, so if you are teaching 40 or more with 30-minute sessions, or more than 29 45-minute sessions, you need to choose one of these. It is a required question, so if you were not in overload at this level, choose I was not at overload for this level. Now there's a second overload level. If you had 5 or more sections that you were working with, that means 5 or more teachers that you take their classes had overload numbers based off these, then you qualify for an additional. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose yes, and then you're going to type in their names. So I'm going to choose Campbell, Zabel, Sanchez, and I know none of these teachers are teaching elementary classes, Munoz, and Bell. That hit my 5, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit submit. That is all that needs to happen. The next thing that will happen is that you will get an email with your overload form. So I've already gotten the one that I just filled out for Grass Valley. So you can see that Beth Osgood, my email address, kindergarten, when I filled it out. Down here, it says October I had 1 over my base. November I had 2. December I had 3. January I had 4. These are my per day overload amount. Here's the number of days. There's my specialist email. Here's the number of days. So October had 22 days, November had 14, December had 14, and January has 18. So here's the total dollar amount in overload pay that I will receive in my February paycheck if this is completed and turned in early enough in January. Once this is submitted to your secretary is going to verify, sign off, and hand off to the principal. Principal will verify everything is correct and then pass it on to admin, who will then pass it on to HR. If there's any corrections that need to be made, it has to come all the way back to the teacher, who then submits a new form. There will not be just crossing off and making corrections. All right, the specialist, few things I wanted to go over. It's going to look very similar to the other elementary form. From here, semester 1, remedy for overload based on sections. Again, remember I chose that I'm not in overload for semester 1. And then did I have more than 5 that were in overload? So I'm going to choose yes. Teacher with classes, you're going to list every single teacher who is in overload. So every teacher who has numbers, if they're in kindergarten, more than 21, first through third, anyone with more than 22, and fourth through fifth, anyone more than 24. So we do want to collect that data, so please make sure you're listing every single teacher. Your secretary is going to verify this information, your principal is going to sign off. You're also not going to come in here and make any changes to the form. It has to be resubmitted to the form so that we can, everything's documented and there's no changes to a form after a teacher sees it. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. We'd love to help. Thanks. Bye.